Okay, I'm back. We're back. Let's go to the waterfront. While trying to think of something to do, I suddenly remember the fishing lessons that Juliet told me about. I'm already pretty good at fishing as a fox, but it does have its downsides, like having to get all wet and ending up with scales in my teeth. I know some people go fishing for fun, so maybe I'd like it too. At the very least, it could be useful to know someday. Besides, it's not like I've got anything better to do. Down at the waterfront, there's a huge crowd like always. The merchant booth that Juliet pointed out to me have long lines and clusters of people in front of them. Right along the water, there are fishermen selling all kinds of fresh fish. The smell, mixed with the salty sea air, is making me hungry. I wander over to the spot that Juliet pointed out to me. Today, there's a half-dozen people with fishing rods in their hands. Lines out in the water. They're all spaced apart, and behind them is a man who's giving them instructions.
Hold on. Don't I know him?
Hey man, I remember him, and the last time I saw him was months ago. I look closer. Sure enough, it's the man I met on the mountain not too long ago, who taught me what a kiwi is. He paces between the people fishing, adjusting their postures and giving them advice. There's another person helping him out, a younger guy who's untangling lines and preparing supplies. One of the fishermen waves at the instructor for help.
Hey, Mr. Kim, can you give me a hand? Coming.
Mr. Kim practically skips over and shows the person how to send out their line.
I need some help too. Well, which bait should I use?
That depends on the fish. Let's take a look.
He bounces around between the group before he spots me and gives me a big hearty wave.
Hello there, miss. Here
I just
for a
want
bit of
one of
fishing?
these guys that she's met in the town before to just be like, oh, hey, it's you. I remember you from like 2 weeks ago. Suddenly send the entire situation spiraling out of control as Miho's like, wait, what? No, you can't. It's only a day. That's how it works. You can't remember me.
I was thinking about it.
You've certainly come to the right place. First time fishing?
With a rod, at least. I usually do it with my teeth.
Miho, you can't go around saying that to people.
Oh, I can't say I've ever tried that myself, but if you'd like to learn how to do things our way, I'd be glad to show you.
Sure, why not? I came all this way.
That's the spirit. Here, why don't you go ahead and stand here?
I take a spot on the pier and face the water. Mr. Kim goes through how to hold the rod, how to put bait on the hook, and finally how to cast. Once he's done explaining the steps, he steps back to give me some space.
All right. Now let's see what you've got.
Right, so I stand like this and put my hand here.
I do my best to copy everything he showed me, and then with a flick of my wrist, I cast my line out to the sea.
Perfect! Nice job. Oh, I forgot to ask for your name.
Miho.
Nice job, Miho.
Miho's such a cute
Keep it
name.
up and you'll be a master angler in no time.
How long does it take to catch one?
For me, forever. I went on a fishing trip once. We fished for like a day and a half. Not a single thing even bit my rod. Both of them.
Well, now that depends on the fish. It could be minutes or it could be hours. I've been after the same fish for years.
Oh.
Whoa, don't you ever go home?
I love how literal Miho is. He laughs and I'm reminded of the first time we met up on the mountain.
I certainly do. But I always come back. Patience is the most important virtue, other than maybe a bit of luck.
Mr. Kim goes to check on the others while I stand there, waiting. It doesn't seem like anyone else is getting a bite, so at least it's not just me. Suddenly one of the other fishers yells with excitement.
I got one! I got one!
They frantically start to reel in their catch. All of us gather around to watch.
Steady, steady.
They plant their feet firmly, reeling in with all their strength. But it's clear that the fish is fighting
Can you
back.
help?
Of course.
Yo, a CG! Mr. Kim also grabs the rod, and together the two of them manage to land their catch. Everyone, including myself, gasps as the fish breaks through the surface, its red scales shining in the sunlight. Mr. Kim lets go of so the fish can admire their prize.
Oh! And on, isn't she beautiful? Congratulations.
I liked looking at like the Miho in the crowd, and then like somehow my attention did not even go to the two green horned people. Finally, it's time to pack up and head home. Mr. Kim catches me before I can leave the pier.
So, what'd you think, Miho? Does it beat the ways you've gone fishing before?
That was okay. I didn't catch anything in the end. But it was cool to watch you and that other person get one.
It's like that sometimes. You just have to keep trying. I hope we'll see you around again sometime.
Yeah, maybe. Thanks for showing me all that stuff.
In the end, it was just a lot of standing around. What he said about needing patience makes sense, but if I'm looking for something fun to do, then I'm not sure if this was exciting enough. But it's kind of relaxing, and I do think it would be useful to learn. Either way, I'm glad I came and checked this place out. Now to go see if Juliet keeps any seafood in the fridge of the library. I didn't mean to do that. After another day spent entertaining myself around town, I decided to take Aspen's advice and ask Juliet about a TV. The light is on in Juliet's study, meaning she's in there. I knock on the door and get an instant response.
Come in.
The study hasn't changed at all since I was here a couple days ago, except there aren't any bats in the corner this time. It's just me and her.
Hi.
Good evening, Miho. What brings you here?
I'm a little bit worried about how to do this. Usually I just take something I want. Lately I started saying yes when people offer me things, but going in and asking for something, well, I'll have to do it sometime.
I had a question. Yesterday, Aspen said I should ask about getting a TV in my room. That way, I'd have something to do.
Oh, that is a good idea. I take it today wasn't particularly exciting either.
Not really. It was fine. Nothing bad happened. I'm just...
I don't want to say I'm bored. What if she thinks I'm blaming her or ungrateful? I bite my lip, trying to think of a better way to put it, but she reads my mind.
Bored? It's all right, you can say it. An empty room would be boring for anyone. I believe there should be a television somewhere around. Let's take a look.
I follow behind her, out of the office. Juliet takes me down one of the hallways I've never been down before. And where I don't think I've ever seen the lights turned on. We pass by several doors. I love whenever I'm reading this and my mind will just like make up words that like make sense for the sentence, or I'll just read it differently than how it's written, but it's still like right. I love that.
What are all these rooms?
They've been all kinds of things over the years. Bedrooms, studies, playrooms. But now they're mostly just storage.
I love Juliet's like house, like the aesthetic of it all. If I had enough money for something like this, I would absolutely do it. We stop in front of one door, indistinguished from the rest.
I believe this is the one.
It's not locked. Juliet just opens it normally. Inside is dark and dusty. The window is covered with heavy curtains that don't let in any light. In other words, what you'd expect from a vampire's house. Outside of that part, I love having windows. There's tons of junk leaning against the walls, like some faded bicycles and dressers that's missing a drawer.
There it is.
Juliet points and I see what she's looking at. There's a TV in one corner with its cords wrapped around itself in a thick blanket of dust. We both walk over, and I wipe some of the dust away. It immediately blows into my face.
Miho, are you all right?
Still, I back away a few steps.
As you can tell, it's been a while since I've come in here.
Much more carefully than me, Juliet cleans off the TV.
I believe it should still work, though.
Okay, I can move it to my room then.
It's all right. I can take it.
I have vampire strength, and then she picks it up with one hand. Juliet effortlessly lifts the TV up and begins to carry it to my room.
Whoa.
I know from plenty of experience that TVs aren't exactly easy to
I
lift.
need to remind myself to never piss her off.
I said the vampire strength thing is a joke. I guess that's how vampires work in this too. Now we got a little TV. I hurry after her, arriving at my room, just as she sets the TV down in the corner and plugs it in.
Let's see.
She presses the power button, and with a soft buzz, it comes to life.
It works!
Indeed. I'm relieved. Let me try to remember how to use it.
It's kind of slow, but she manages to explain all the different buttons and what they do and how to use the remote. It doesn't seem that complicated, but also I never learned how to do it either. Once we make sure it's not gonna die or anything, Juliet leaves me on my own with it. I changed it. It's a little jarring when it goes from like being like the text down at the bottom to like one of these like big old text windows. It's a little weird, but I'm good with it. I changed through all the channels, getting an idea for what there is. There are some channels with cartoons, which I know are meant for kids, but they're also, listen, hey, not all cartoons, man. I just, today's been a good day. I watched some Owl House with my lunch and dinner. So, I record the light novel stuff on Wednesdays, just because, like, those days are already completely consumed with work. So I'm like, yeah, that's the day I'll slot, like, for, like, at 9 or to 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. with just reading visual novels. But for lunch and dinner, I watched episodes of The Owl House. Great time. There are some channels with cartoons which are meant for. There are also some shows with real people in them, but they don't make much sense to me. Maybe if I watch them from the beginning. There are also plenty of ads. I recognize more products than I do shows. That probably has more to do with my lifestyle than anything else, though. Even flipping through stations constantly, I do find myself having much more fun than if I was just napping or walking around. I see why some humans do this all day. Yeah, I was a little worried about Miho getting addicted to this. She might get addicted to this. Eventually, I go back to one of the cartoon channels. Even if they're for kids, they're much easier to follow along with. I pick one and leave it running, climbing into bed to watch. I end up spending a few hours watching until I fall asleep that night. Having something else to follow along with and think about is a nice distraction from having my own doubts and worries creep up on me. Is this what normal life is like? Then maybe it's something I could get used to after all. That was a fun day. Should I try going other places? I don't know. I feel like... I mean, I did like the little insight we got about like Miho thinking about marriage. That was something that we've never gone before. But I also... I'm kind of also like, it'd be nice to learn more about Lena and her Dryad bro. You know? I do like that. Should I cheat? Should I just... Oh, it's like the same thing. Oh, that makes it so much easier. That makes it so I'm not, like, missing out on junk. So let's just look at all of them then. I noticed from pictures all around the cafe that they're advertising some kind of new drink that has bananas and chocolate in it. Feeling a little burned out on my usual, I decided to be adventurous. Can I get, that one? I point at one of the advertising pictures by the counter. Oh, the Banana Slamma Frappe Rama? Oh my gosh, that is a name. I expected it to end, but it just kept going. The employee grimaces a little while she says it, as if embarrassed to have uttered it at all. She quickly adds, "The name is a work in progress. Aspen asked me what I wanted to name a new frappe, and I just kind of said it on the spot. I'm really sorry. I don't know what apologizing to me will do. I just kind of smile and shrug, handing her my money." Again, that was another moment of, like, handing over my money. There's another moment where, like, my brain just removed her, put over in, and was just like, go, 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 go. And it wasn't until I was, like, saying over that my brain also was like, wait, that's not the right word. Needless to say, the next time I visit the Bell House, all the signs for the new drink are mysteriously gone. This doesn't count as cheating. This doesn't count as cheating at all. Ha 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 ha. During certain times of the day, the restaurants around here smell even more enticing, and sometimes several of them smell strongly all at the same time. Right now is one of those times if I close my eyes, I can pick out all the scents of coffee, pancakes, steak, and something else I can't quite put on a finger. Well said, me. Sometimes this is appetizing, but something about this particular combination is kind of overwhelming me. Time to go somewhere less stinky. Load. Yo. I'm assuming that these, like, little interactions change, like, once a week, so that's probably what we'll just do is, like, go through each of them once a week. The view from the waterfront is really just the best on a clear day. I take a long, refreshing sit and enjoy the seemingly endless expanse of water. Sometimes it's nice to just enjoy the sight of nature without any expectations. But my patience is rewarded with the sight of dolphins passing by. They're far away, just the smallest glimpse of dorsal fins moving in a group, but they're unmistakably dolphins. I whip my head around and it doesn't seem like anyone near me has noticed them, but I guess nobody else is really staring out into the horizon either. What a nice surprise. I do like these. Like, I feel like some people might call them lazy because there's, like, no portraits of Miho or, like, anyone else, and, like, there's no voice acting. But in my mind, it's just kind of like, there are kind of two ways you could look at it. Like, if you're like, oh, I really want to get to the next, like, important story beat with, like, Aspen or Juliet, you have, like, these really short ones that you can just kind of quickly go through while still getting, like, you know, a little bit of that juicy character stuff in there. Like, you just, Miho going about her day. But also, like, they're just less important than the stuff with, like, Lena or the stuff with Mr. Kim or the boy, you know? And so, like, I don't know. They're just kind of, like, nice little... They're literally, like, side adventures. They take, like, 5 seconds. So I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of fine if they don't, like, go maximum over effort with all of it. You know what I mean? Because, like, everything that, like, needs the effort has the effort. And that's the way I feel like things should be balanced in everything, you know? It's sort of like... let's take, like, Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. You know, the cutscenes are all voice acted and everything. But during, like, when the characters are just talking and there's, like, text boxes, it's just a lot of, you know? It's that kind of vibe. It's warm right now. Almost warm enough that I wish I was dressed to go swimming. Right as I'm thinking about just doing it anyway, my eyes land on an ice cream stand. Bingo! After upending all the random coins in my pockets, I come away victorious with a nice cold popsicle that's about as refreshing as swimming would be. I think it's supposed to be in the shape of a character of some kind, but it's so misshapen it looks a little nightmarish. Eating it will be a mercy kill. Oh, that's funny. Load. And I'm also guessing that maybe the thing with the little boy is like the same thing as it would have been yesterday because it has the same symbol now. Walking up the mountain trail today, I find myself a shiny coin, so I decided to use it on the binoculars at the top. Once you drop the right kind of coin in, you can look through the glasses and see all kinds of things. I still don't really get it, but it's neat when it works. Alright, what's going on in Wellington today? Ew! I reel away from the glasses if they'd burned me. There's an old man skinny dipping in the river. I did not want to see that, especially not up close. I can't believe I paid for that. I give the glasses hole a gentle kick, hoping that it'll spit my coin back up. But the greedy thing barely shakes. Oh, hell. Load. I'm so clever. All right, Lena, let's talk about your drama. During a conversation with Aspen, she told me about what Lena's next adventure would be, an outdoor painting class. When that time rolls around, I decided to go check it out. So it's been a day, so she should recognize us, right? Just like the other activities I tried with Lena, it'll be happening in the park. When I arrive, I don't even have to look around. The class is right next to the entrance. The group is bigger than the one for tennis and tree planting. Everyone has a big canvas on the stand in front of them, and there are a bunch of paints and brushes in the middle. Lena's easy to find like always, and I see Cyrus on the other side of the crowd, away from her. It seems like he's not the one in charge today. A friendly person in a paint-stained apron sees me arrive and helps me choose a canvas and some art supplies, and then sends me to find a spot. Naturally, I head over to where Lena is.
Hey, mind if I sit up here?
Oh, sure. Are you new here?
Hey, it's only been a day. You should recognize us.
Yeah, this is my first time painting.
Me too. Wanna have a Actually, maybe you shouldn't race when you're painting.
I take a peek at what Lena's been working on. It doesn't seem like there's a particular topic, so everyone's painting is different. Lena's painting a picture of a young swan with a pink flower on its head. It's surprisingly great.
This is amazing for your first time.
You think so? I mean, of course it is. What are you gonna paint?
Lena's so cute. I love her.
I don't know yet. Let's see.
There are a bunch of different sized brushes and a variety of colors. Having so many options to choose from makes it harder, not easier to decide. Maybe I should go for something simple, like a tree. Choosing a brush and shade of brown, I get to work.
Alright everyone, warm-up's over. Go ahead and find a partner. We're going to work on portraits today.
My tree is mostly done by now. It's not very detailed and it doesn't look like any tree I've ever seen in real life, but at least I can tell what it's supposed to be. When the instructor says to choose a partner, I instinctively turn to Lena, preparing to ask her. But of course she's looking over in Cyrus's direction. I sigh to myself.
You should go ask him before he ends up with someone else.
Yo, look at... Oh, Lena, you may be the bird, but I'm the real wingman here. Let's go. It'll mean I have to partner up with a stranger, but as far as Lena's concerned, she and I are already strangers, so it shouldn't make that much of a difference. Lena jumps in shock.
Whoa, are you a mind reader?
Yes.
Something like that.
That's so cool. You're right, though. But what if he says no?
Well, then you're rejected and you can move on with your life. Get over it, girl. Go ask him.
Then he says no, I guess. Nothing would have changed, right?
She taps her chin.
You know, you kind of remind me of someone I work with. Anyway, wish me luck.
Good luck.
I watch as Lena goes up to Cyrus and talks to him, too far away for me to hear. I guess it must work out because they soon set up their canvases facing each other. Unfortunately, watching them means that I miss out on my chances to find a partner. When I look around, everyone else is matched up with someone. That's more than fine with me, but unfortunately the instructor comes over and invites me to partner up with her, which I grudgingly accept. For the next little while, I struggle to make something that resembles the woman across from me. This would be a lot easier if she looked like a tree. After 10 or 15 minutes, she claps her hands to get everyone's attention.
Time to change things up. Show your partners what you made, and then go find a new partner.
While everyone gets to that, she brings her canvas over to show me.
Whoa.
It's definitely me. My tail is fluffier in real life and my ears aren't that big, but I can still recognize myself.
Mine's not even close to that good.
I turn around the canvas so she can see the results. Compared to the painting she made, I'm kind of embarrassed to share. Still, she smiles at
I
it.
think it's lovely. Painting is like anything else. The more you do it, the more you improve. And I've been doing it for a long time. We all have to start somewhere, though.
The moment the instructor and I are done talking, someone taps me on the shoulder. I turn around to see Lena.
Hey, let's be partners.
Okay.
Sure.
I sounded more excited about it than Miho did. Secretly, I just think to myself about how I'm getting paired up with another good. Secretly, I just think to myself about how I'm getting paired up with another good artist. The instructor blows the whistle to signal the start. Lena and I both get to work.
So, how'd it go?
How'd what go?
I know she can't have forgotten me that quickly.
Talking to Cyrus.
Oh, that.
Oh no, it didn't go good? Using a few shades of pink and white, I managed to paint something that looks passably close to Lena's clothes. If I squint a little at least.
I got too nervous to really say much, so we just painted each other until it was time to switch.
In the middle of a brushstroke, Lena suddenly drops her brush in horror.
Oh, what if he thinks I'm boring?
I don't think anyone could think that about you.
I was really about to say that exact same thing, Miho. Same
Yeah,
brain.
but what if he does? This is not good.
Leaving the paintbrush in the grass, Lena closes her eyes and puts her fingers to the sides of her head like she did back at tennis. She must do that for at least a minute, while I just keep working on my painting. It looks more like Lena than my last one looked like the painting instructor, but I already know her wings are gonna give me trouble.
Okay, got it. I need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
What is it?
When we change partners again, I need you to go partner up with Cyrus, and then you can ask him what he thinks about me.
Yeah, let's do it, Miho. Wingman it up.
Don't just straight up ask him though, that'd be too obvious. Try to see if you can get him to say it without saying it.
Say it without saying it?
Yeah, you know, like...
Go on, Lena. She makes a few gestures that reminds me of charades, but I have no idea what she's trying to say.
Okay, I'll try.
Thanks, I owe you one.
I'm not even motivated by that, because it's not like she'll remember long enough for me to ever cash it in. Hey, dude, literally as soon as this ends, just go up to her and be like, hey, buy me a drink, girl, you know?
All right, new partners. This will be the last time.
Here, this is my painting of you. It's better than the last one.
It still isn't great, but I like the way some parts of it turned out.
Ooh, I look great.
Looking down at her own canvas, Lena frowns.
I, kind of forgot to paint you. So, I guess I owe you 2 things.
It's fine.
Cool. Okay, hurry, before someone else takes him.
I walk over to Cyrus as fast as I can without being self-conscious about it. Fortunately, he was distracted with something himself, so he's still on his own.
Hey, wanna be partners?
Alright. I'm sure it's a total coincidence you were just talking with Lena, right?
Yo, he's too clever, he's too clever. Miho, back out, he's onto us.
Not at all.
I appreciate the honesty. Anyway, let's get started.
I genuinely feel too spiritually connected to Miho. That is exactly how I would have responded to. Literally, as soon as he said the whole, you were just talking to Lena. Wow, what a coincidence shtick. I was just like, oh, well, I should probably just at this point say like, yeah, no, it's not a coincidence. Both of us set up our canvases. I feel a little more in my comfort zone painting Cyrus. At the same time, I try to think of how to do what Lena asked.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Uh-oh. I mean, what is it?
Can you ask Lena what she thinks of me and report back?
There's something that I want to ask Lena, but I don't know how she'll take it. We've known each other for a bit, but that's why I'm worried. I mean, I kind of know her feelings, but not that well. So, and maybe don't ask her this outright. Maybe you can try to see how she feels by, like...
He makes some vague hand gesture that eventually turns into a shrug.
Well, you know what I mean.
Miho really doesn't. No, I don't. Oh,
Anyway,
gosh.
What I want to know is...
A shrill whistle blows, cutting Cyrus
Alright,
off.
That's it. Time to show him off.
I rub my ears to recover from the sound before waiting for Cyrus to continue.
Actually, never mind. It was dumb anyway.
Miho, ask him now, hurry!
Here's what I made. Ta-da!
Cyrus spins his canvas around to reveal...
Oh, phew.
I can't help but breathe a sigh of relief. He's just as bad as painting as I am. I show him my equally unimpressive work. It's messy and scattered.
Nice job. You really captured the way I feel inside.
I wanted to press him on what he was going to say, because this is the second time he's almost asked me about Lena, then changed his mind. Before I can ask, though, Lena herself comes hurrying over, carrying her canvas. She walks up and shoves it into Cyrus's hands before he can even react.
I made this for you so you'd have okay, bye!
Immediately, she zips off back the way she came. He holds the portrait out at arm's length, where he can see it. I move behind him to get a good view as well. Just like Lena's picture of her swan, her picture of Cyrus is really good. It shows him looking thoughtful as he works on his own painting, biting his lip in concentration. Ah, so she was painting him while she was supposed to be painting someone else. Because I'm assuming she already showed him the painting that she did of him in the first round, so... There's a lot of detail in his eyes, and face, and on the leafy vein that runs up his neck.
Whoa. This is...
Really good?
Yeah.
The two of us look around to try to find Lena, but she's nowhere to be seen. She must have left right away, or she's hiding somewhere.
What was it you wanted me to ask her?
Cyrus just shakes his head, still looking at the painting.
It's fine. I need to ask her myself.
Yeah, you two do, but at the same time, a wingman never hurts. All of us, minus Lena, help the instructor clean everything up, with some people taking home their portraits and others tossing them. Cyrus and I say goodbye to each other, but we never talk anymore about Lena. Still, even if it's a while before we hang out again, I have a feeling I haven't heard the last of this. Well, yeah, because I come back to it like every day. Alright, and this time we'll do the little boy story. Wait, no! I didn't mean to click on anything else! No, hang on, load! You. Okay, here we go. No,
mind if I-
shut up, Miho. Shut up.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that to you, Miho. I just need to get through this.
You should...
Fly.
Something like
Ah!
that, Ethan.
Ah! Go. Okay, okay,
I
okay,
think it's-
okay. Oh, we're almost done. I forgot. It wasn't until this one ended that I was like, that was a long one. And now that I have to go back through it again, I'm like, that's a long
I
one.
got you. Oh no, what if you...
I don't think
ah,
you
Get up, Okay, I need you to... Don't just sit about...
Maybe I should just end the episode
Okay.
here.
All right.
here.
And instead of doing the next one, but I kind of want to do the
Fine,
next
so
one
that's
and then
fine.
get into like the next
Hey,
day.
not at all.
I
You
appreciate-
know what I'm saying? Like doing a
Hey,
day an episode just
I
makes
need
sense to me.
We've known each other.
Okay,
So,
we're almost there, dude.
well,
We're so close.
anyway,
All right.
Okay,
actually,
okay, yep.
here's-
Lena, fly in, come on, girl. Swoosh in. Yep, there you go.
Uh,
Oh, whoa.
whoa.
really good.
Yeah,
Well,
it's fun.
Okay. Why? How did I hit the bell house when I was up here? Maybe it's because I was trying to click on these guys. So yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to click on the mom and the son, so it clicked on the bell house instead because that's the closest one, and that's how it seems to be doing it. If you see, like, my mouse is like about 1.5 inches above the bell house, so it's still lit up. And then I moved over the mom, still lit up. Over the son, still lit up. It waits until I'm over there to unlight. And I'm like almost down to the waterfront. Oh, yep. I got down to like the last intersection before the waterfront and the QSC was still lit up. That's why. Maybe I should pay attention to what's actually lit up. Let's go. Looking for something to do, I head to Cuba Street to walk around. I don't go shopping very often since I have pretty much everything I could need at the library, but I do like looking around. The dad looks a little weird. I don't know what it is. I think it's his... I want to say it's his eyes or his... No, it's not his mouth. Because he kind of has just like, you know, like the typical art style for the mouth. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but he just looks a little off to me. While I wander, I notice two people that I sort of recognize sitting at a table together. Tommy's parents. Last time the dad introduced himself to me as Elijah. Although I recognize his mom, I never heard her name. The two of them are sitting across from each other, and his mom has her face in her hands. Elijah looks kind of upset, but stays on his side of the table. Tommy and Jerby don't seem to be around. My curiosity gets the better of me. I sit down close by where I can hear what they're talking about.
Gwen, we're still on the same side here. Tommy's side, right?
I know. It's just. It's a lot, okay? It's
What
a
it-
lot.
What's on her pants? I just noticed that. I don't think I noticed that the last time she was around. Is it like supposed to be like paint?
Yeah. But we knew it wasn't going to be easy.
At least we were right about that.
Here comes the divorce storyline. It's okay. Gwen pats her pockets looking around, and Gwen pats her pockets looking around, and Elijah pulls out a pack of tissues from his own pocket. He offers them to her, and she takes one and blows her nose.
What are we supposed to tell his teacher? This is the third time he's gotten in a fight this month.
Oh, that's fun. Are they talking about Tommy? I can't picture him in a fight. He's way too small. What would he even be fighting about?
Did they say if he won or not?
Elijah!
Sorry. Why don't you talk to the school and let them know that we're dealing with it? And I can talk to T when he's back from your place next time.
Fine. Maybe he'll listen to you better than he'll listen to me.
Maybe. It's a shame we can't get Gerby to talk to him.
Gwen scoffs.
Or anyone. I don't think it's bad for him to have an imaginary friend or anything, but...
Oh, that's right. The other day, Tommy and I ran into someone who was able to see Gerby.
He's talking about me. I scoot a little closer on the bench where I'm sitting to make sure I don't miss anything.
Really? Who was it?
You know, I can't remember. I remember them saying it, but I can't picture their face or voice.
Okay.
Wish I'd gotten a name or something.
So that kind of, like, I asked that question not too many episodes ago of, like, what happens when Miho does something that impacts people's lives, but then they forget about her? They still remember the impact that she had, and like that she was a person that existed, but they just don't remember her at all outside of the fact that she existed. It's like Miho could run over and be like, haha, hi, Elijah, what's up, buddy? And he'd be like, who the freak are you? But he does know that there's a mysterious person in his mind bank that he's like, oh, this person did say something really strange, but I don't remember who it was.
So you don't actually know if they saw him or not. They just said they could.
Well, technically, maybe you're right. I wish I could think of who it was.
I'm tempted to walk over and tell them that it was me, but I don't know what that would accomplish. I don't have any way to prove what I'm saying, and it might just make me come off as crazy. I can only sort of follow along with what they're talking about, but it seems like Tommy's having a lot of trouble, and neither of them know what to do about it. That's not anything I can give advice on or help with either. Sighing, Gwen checks her watch.
Well, I've got to go pick him up. I'll let you know what the teacher says when I talk to her.
All right. Let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, bye.
They both stand up, and it seems like they're not sure how to act. Finally, Gwen gives a stiff wave and walks off down Cuba Street. Elijah sticks around for a bit longer, sighing like Gwen did and running a hand through his hair. Then he leaves in the opposite direction. Humans and their relationships are complicated. I hope I never have to deal with something like that. Now that the two of them are gone, there's nothing else to listen to around here. And there's nothing else going on around here that's very interesting. Eventually, I get up as well and start walking again, in search of the next thing that can entertain me for a while. Well, the next thing that's going to entertain us is the story in the next episode. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.